Hello and welcome to the JR's Gaming Podcast, where we talk about the rise of Nintendo and what this great gaming franchise has in store for us in the future of gaming, and of course the country from which it was born, Japan. Today, guys, I'm not unfortunately joined by Rowan Fern, the co-host. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since I last did an episode because Rowan was away on holiday. And unfortunately, we missed last week's episode because I was also away on that Saturday that we were going to record for my sister's birthday, so I was with family and stuff. And Rome was also still on holiday, so unfortunately I forgot to pre-record and it all went to rubbish. So I'm afraid there's not been an episode for a week, guys, and I'm very sorry about that. And for today, you may be wondering, why is Rowan Fern, the co-host, not joining us? Reason is, he sadly has caught a nasty cold. It's kind of lost his voice. He's lost his voice now, and he's got a nasty cold. So unfortunately, he can't be joining us today either. So it's just me again, and we also have another YouTuber we're collabing with. That's something to look forward to. We're postponing that at the moment due to all the busy schedules that have been going on. It's the festive season, guys. It's Christmas soon. Only a few weeks now. It's the week of Advent. What are your Advent calendars? Have you got any nice, interesting, unique Advent calendars? Speaking to my friends today, they got one of them had a cheese calendar where he had different cheeses of the week. Someone got a biscuit calendar. Someone got a tea calendar, and everyone else I know has some form of chocolate calendar. I certainly have the regular chocolate calendar with different chocolates in, and I'm enjoying it. If you're someone in the UK who celebrates Christmas, then you do know the UK is very big on Christmas, and I'm very proud of the UK for that. We put a big thing on for Christmas. We have lots of festive events, and it's really fun right now. The lights are all up. We've had all the towns and cities switch all the Christmas lights on, and it's looking very nice right now. All we need now is snow. If only the UK, the southern part of the UK, had some snow, it would be great. Scotland always gets good snow up in the UK. I think Scotland has the best sort of snow rate in this time of year. But down here in the UK, in the southern part, the Midlands and the south, we hardly get any snow. We haven't had much snow for the past few years. So I'm hoping we have some snow. I hope that snow falls soon so we can have a white Christmas as we all want in the UK. And I do wish you guys all a good Christmas holiday season for all of you guys all across the world, because I do know we have worldwide listeners, and I do understand it's not a white Christmas for all. People in Australia have a hot Christmas, and I don't know, some parts of the USA have a hot Christmas as well. So wherever you are, have a good happy holiday. But today's episode is going to be a short episode because it's just me, and I've not really got much to talk about without Rowan, because it's more fun when I'm discussing the full-blown program with my co-host. So we'll definitely have Rowan back next week, and hopefully we'll also have the YouTuber episode collaboration out soon as well. So don't worry, we will be back and live and kicking soon, guys, again, as we always have been. But for now, guys, I thought I would just answer a question that someone sent personally to me, and I thought I would answer it and just talk about it for about 20 minutes, what I think of this question. And it's a big question right now. It's quite a big topic for all the Mario lovers out there right now. So let's take a look. So, got a message here directly sent to me from Tomlinson. And Tomlin says, "Hey Judah, I love listening to your podcast. Was wondering what your ideas and thoughts are on the new 30-second trailer that was released on the new Super Mario Bros. Movie. I'm very excited for it. Love to hear from you soon, Tomlinson." Well, Tomlinson, you are hearing from me now live on the podcast for all our listeners to hear. Because I thought I'd just talk about this. Now, of course, it won't do it exactly justice if it's just me talking about it. Therefore, I will be talking to Ryan about it when he's back on, hopefully next week. So don't worry about that, guys. But basically, my thoughts on the new 30-second trailer for new Super Mario Bros. Movie. So if you're not aware already, the new Super Mario Bros. Movie is being released next year, to 2023, on April the 7th. And the first trailer was released. It looked really damn good. The graphics was really good. The only downside is the fact that Mario's not got an Italian voice, which is very sad. I love Chris Pratt to bits. He's a good actor. He's done really well with all his movies, including Jurassic World, Guardians of the Galaxy. He's been a legend. But it's just like, it's not, as much as I love Chris Pratt, it's just not doing Mario justice, I think. I know this might be a highly controversial subtopic, but I'm pretty sure people agree with me. People wanted the Mario voice, the Italian, the classic "It's a me, a Mario," instead of the old "Hey, I'm Mr. Mario, I'm Mario." I can't do a good American accent. I'm sorry, Americans, for that. But honestly, it's just a bit. That's the only thing I don't like about the whole Mario movie is the voices, I guess. Bowser's voice is really good. I mean, I agree with that. Rowan Fern, the co-host, doesn't like Toad's voice. I'm not sure. I think I disagree. I think Toad's voice is pretty close to the real guy. And then Rowan did have a good point, my co-host, that Toad, his voice is very high pitched and hard to do. It's literally just someone screaming down a microphone. So I don't think someone would want to sit at a microphone and scream. They would lose their voice screaming his voice if they actually tried to do Toad's real voice, which is like really high and weird. So I think, they've done what they can with Toad's voice, and I'm pretty impressed with it. But anyway, enough of my rambling about the whole the Mario movie in a whole. What do I think of the new 30 seconds trailer? My thoughts? Well, let me tell you now. I was impressed. I was very impressed, I think. It just made me more excited, just like you are excited, Tomlinson. And hopefully you are too, listener, because the Mario movie is, I've got to say, it's got to be a unique movie, and I've got to say, at least someone was nervous about making this movie, because the very fact that it's such a massive gaming franchise that's been around for ages, like Nintendo, it's like Mario's like the face of Nintendo, and they can't mess this movie up. But if they're going to make a worldwide movie, they've got to make sure it goes out well, and especially if it's based upon this game, which has been going for donkey's years. Since the 1980s, and it's just amazing that they've actually managed to pull it off quite well so far. I can't really say much because I've not seen the movie; it's not been released yet. But it's looking up. It's looking definitely up. I think this trailer excited me more. This is a spoiler, by the way, guys. This is spoilers. If you've not watched the trailer, stop the episode now and probably go and watch it, because this is a spoiler. I'm going to discuss what I think of the trailer. I like how they've used all the all the Koopas as Bowser's like minions in like a way that they're all army people, and they've brought forward Lakitu, which is I think it's Lakitu. No, it can't be. I think it's No, I've said the name wrong. There's this little magician type guy who does he's like a wizard, and he like turns in Yoshi's Woolly World. He turns all the Yoshis into yarn. I think it's Makitu. I might have forgotten. Someone tell me now what he's called. I'll find out and kick myself after this episode. But definitely, I like how they used him and brought him back as Bowser's sort of vice president man. And I think you kind of see that towards the middle of the trailer when Bowser's like in interrogating Luigi, and this is the first time we heard Luigi's voice in the trailer. I'll speak about that in a minute, but I think we can see that Luigi's like kind of brought forwards and like being held in the air with some sort of, he's being held in the air by some sort of shape-shifting energy, and it's like you can definitely tell that's that little guy in a blue hood doing his business there. So I like how they brought him back, and he's kind of like Bowser's evil assistants, if you like. So yeah, definitely quite exciting there. That's just my personal take on it. But guys, the big news is Luigi's voice. Luigi's voice has been revealed. I don't think it was revealed in the last trailer. It was just him running away from a bunch of dry bones. But his voice has been revealed. And again, guys, sorry to disappoint. It's not Italian. I'm sorry. They're not the Italian mother. They're not the Italian brothers. They're the American brothers. To be fair, they're not Italian. But Nintendo's fine with it. So we're gonna have to just put up with it for now. Well, I'm quite interested to think of what Shigeru Miyamoto thinks of this, because basically his whole franchise with Mario, working with Mario, is the whole voice that's been Italian, I guess. That kind of gives him his personality. Like, it's a me, a Mario. It's called kind of Mario's personality. And I'm interested to think what he thinks of this, because he, of course, has his say on this movie because he helped it come out. And so, of course, if he's okay with it, then I'm going to put my hands in the air and say, look, you helped with this franchise. I'll let you have the say. I'm no one to say anything. But if he's all right with it, I guess I'll let it go for now. The voice thing, the whole voice thing, because they've still done a great job. It looks really good, and I'm really intrigued to find out how they pull off the whole 2D platform jump scene, because somewhere in the trailer they've got Mario jumping on one of those orange blocks that turn red, those classic annoying ones that annoy us all in the Mario games, and they fall down, and you have to jump onto the next one before that one falls down again. It's like constantly blocks that fall down when you get on them. And you see in the movie the particular scene, it's like 2D, where he jumps onto one of those blocks and it falls down for a joke. And I'm like really interested in how they pull this off, because it's going to be boring if the entire movie is just Mario jumping through a 2D course. I'm pretty sure everyone can relate. So I'm interested to see how they play that in to the whole movie, because this is a big part of the gaming franchise. So they're kind of bringing in the gaming experience now. They're bringing in the gaming experience to the movie, which is kind of interesting. And I still think it looks good, and particularly the funny bit when a Cheep grabs hold of Mario's face, and Peach is like, "Oh, what the hell? I've got to get this off him now." And it's all kind of funny. It's all very funny. They've done it very well, I think, so far in the trailer. And now the second part, or the third part I want to talk about, which is the biggest part. They actually brought Mario Kart into the movie. Now this is big, guys. This is big. They've not just took the 2D gaming style. They've not just taken Mario. They've also taken Mario Kart and put it into the movie, which is really, really interesting. I never thought this would happen. It's put an entire new view on the film, and I'm thinking to myself, how on earth are they going to put Mario Kart in this? Because Mario Kart and Mario gaming is like just normal, Mario platform gaming. They're two very different things. You've got, racing against other characters from Mario just for fun, and then you're actually trying to save Peach or somebody else from Bowser on a 2D platform or 3D platform game. They're very different. So I'm really interested. I'm really intrigued that they've put Mario Kart in there now. I'm really interested how they fit that into the story, because they've actually managed to cram in every single thing, it seems, about Mario into the movie. They've got Mario Kart. They've got the 2D gaming style. They've got they also added Donkey Kong, the fight with Donkey Kong from the old game, where Mario first ever appears. His first ever debut is where he appears to be fighting Donkey Kong. That first ever game he appeared on, I believe it was the Game Boy. I may be wrong on that, but he's saving the princess from Donkey Kong, and you've got to kind of like jump and avoid the big barrels that Donkey Kong throws down on you. You see an interesting scene towards the beginning of the trailer where Mario is faced in an arena full of a whole entire crowd, and then you've got Donkey Kong facing him off, and then Donkey Kong just grabs him on the floor and then pins him to the ground and punches him up like he's a feather. So it's quite funny, to be honest. But I'm really happy that they included these little snippets in the trailer that are actually from old games that most people wouldn't know about. For instance, the whole Donkey Kong scene. Now, I believe that is taken from the Donkey Kong game that was released way back in the late 1900s, 1980s. And then also, that's also tying into the first trailer, where the opening scene is Bowser and the Penguins, and that was actually in Mario 64, the first ever 3D Mario game to be released. That scene was somewhere in Mario 64. Bowser and the King Penguin had a face-off, and Bowser instead breathed fire onto the penguin, and the penguin just chucked off down a cliff, and it was the end of him. But they brought back an old game scene somewhere hidden in that game that most people in the modern world would not know about, and they brought it back in an amazing way into this massive new movie that's going to be shown to millions. So I'm really quite interested to see. I'm really happy about this. I'm really happy that they brought back these old scenes. You've got Donkey Kong, and then you've got the scene with mine's gone. Yes, the scene with Bowser and the Penguins. Now, my last and final theory, the biggest thing that I would be absolutely torn up about if this one character is not in the movie. We've not seen Yoshi. We have not seen Yoshi in the movie trailers yet. And there's no saying that he's in there either. I've done some research myself. I've typed up, is Yoshi in the Mario movie? And there's theories on it, but there's no introducing him. They've got Peach, they've got Toad, they've got Mario, they've got Bowser, they've got Donkey Kong, and they even got Funky Kong in the trailer, but they've not got Yoshi. Now, Yoshi is probably one of the most unique but important characters to Mario history. They've even included old snippets from the games in the past, put it into the movie. They cannot mess this up. I am hoping and praying Yoshi is in this movie, because if Yoshi isn't in this movie, I'm probably going to diss the entire movie. Now, I mean that, guys, because Yoshi has been a massive part of Mario gaming since he was introduced to the game. You get to jump on him, eat enemies. Yoshi's been kind of tied into Mario. It's like Yoshi riding on Mario. It's the whole sort of, that fun little friendship they have with each other. Then Yoshi's Woolly World came out, and it was all bit. Yoshi's been a massive favourite character of many. Yoshi personally is my favourite character in Mario. So if they don't have Yoshi in this movie, then I'm going to be very sad. Now, that isn't to say that he's not going to be in there. I have high hopes since the second trailer came out, because if you look closely in the trailer, you do see a small scene for about 2 seconds of like a jungle, and there's like a herd of Yoshis running across. And they're like running across this river, and that kind of gave me hope. If they've got Yoshis in there, then they're going to have Yoshi. So I think Yoshi will be in the movie. I've had direct messages sent to me on Instagram and whatnot, asking me if Yoshi's in the movie, what do I think of it? And I'm telling you now, I think he's going to be in the movie. I'm a bit sad they've not put him in the trailers because he's just so big. But he has to be in the movie, and I'm really interested to see what his voice is like. Does he even talk, or does he just do Yoshi? The classic Yoshi voice. I'm interested. I'm really interested. Do let me know in the comments below this video, or write into the JR's Gaming podcast 135@gmail.com what you think of the whole Yoshi, the theory of Yoshi. What's he going to sound like? Because we've kind of been kept on our toes here. Yoshi's not been ever introduced in the trailer yet, and that's not to say he won't be, because in the second trailer that's been released, this 30-second trailer, they showed a scene, as I just said, with Yoshi, the Yoshisauruses, a herd of them like running across a river. And so that's given me hope. That's given us all hope, I guess, that Yoshi will be coming to this movie. So I'm hoping and praying that Yoshi is in this movie, and he's got to be, because this is the biggest movie Nintendo has ever helped release, I think. Yeah, apart from the Pikachu movie, this is probably one of the biggest movies that's pulled off, because Mario, in one sense, is probably even bigger than Pokemon in a way. Pokemon is massive, but I think Mario has also topped the charts. So this is a massive... As I said before in a previous episode, if you ask someone about Nintendo, they're always going to say, if you ask someone if they've ever played a Nintendo game, they're obviously going to say, oh yeah, I played a bit of Mario, mate. It's that classic response, bit of Mario Kart, bit of Mario, Mario's been the massive, massive game here. So to make a movie on it that's going to be a blockbuster, they've got to really, really try. So I'm just saying, Yoshi has to be in this movie, and I'm really hoping he is. It's just a bit sad they've not put him in the trailer, because it's kind of made us forget about him in a way. It's a bit sad, in my opinion. But yes, guys, that is a mini sort of episode on the JR's Gaming podcast on my thoughts on the 30-second trailer just released for the Mario movie. Go and check it out. It'll be in the link in the description. I'll link the description for the trailer. It can be found on the YouTube channel Illumination. They released the trailer, and it's I think it gained over 3 million views so far, so it's definitely doing big. And do let us know what your thoughts are. Do you think different? Do you think differently to me? And we'll definitely talk more about this trailer when Rowan comes on again, so we can speak to the co-host, because I know this is also a big movie for Rowan as well, because being a massive fan of Mario himself, I'm sure he has things to say on this trailer as well. But until then, guys, it's a big thank you for listening, and hopefully, guys, I am sorry about the lack in uploads lately. We missed 1 week. Don't worry, guys, we'll be back again. It has been busy. It's the festive season, as I said, so I've got a lot of things to do, a lot of things to attend, and I've also got a lot of pre-uploads to do for this podcast. So I'll be working hard and making sure you guys get your episodes, and me and Rowan will be making sure you're happy. And we're also doing a Christmas special episode that will be coming out I think the week before Christmas, so look out for that. But until then, guys, please send in your questions and comments to jrlsgaming135@gmail.com. Please subscribe or follow us on whatever platform you're listening from, and leave us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, as this will help us out greatly and get the podcast around. Our socials will be in the description: our Instagram, our YouTube, our Twitter, and our website, and our Discord. But until then, it's a big goodbye from me.